daycares, most of the fights will occur with the dogs coming in that gate and the dogs going out of that gate.
At parks too, you go to a dog park, you notice how they have the common area, that little area where there's the gate and there's another gate, and there's that area where you take the dog off the leash. That's where stuff happens.
Yeah, if it's a dog that goes to a dog park regularly, they kind of stand by that front gate going, my park, my yard, who's coming in? So you just have to make sure that they understand that nothing happens without your say-so. You're like that preschool teacher where everything is on your terms, right? You decide when it's playtime, you decide when it's arts and crafts time, you decide when it's, and every moment of your relationship with them is a beautiful training opportunity, if you think about it. So I would say self-control is probably one of the things that most dogs don't have enough of when it comes to things like high-value treats, food, a really cool toy that they love, like certain squeaky tennis balls, things like that. When they see a leash, you know, they're like, they can't seem to just, and wait. You know, they just get so overly excited about it, and I think self-control is really important. And are we encouraging that excitement, or are we trying to keep, in other words, when you guys come in the door, are you making sure that the energy stays calm and relaxed, or do you guys like it when they get all excited and jump around and...
I like it when they get excited and jump around.
Yeah.
And
I used to, hey everybody, what are you doing? You bring that energy up, and then they're all right there, and
You
yeah.
have no idea when I met him.
And I've
Because
learned,
I trained his dog, that's how we met.
yeah,
And I would walk in the house and he'd be like, Sierra! And I'm looking at him and I go, oh, no. I go, because let me tell you, when you come to my house, you do that? I said, no. I said, I want you to come in, don't look at them, don't talk to them, don't touch them, till I tell you. He walks in and he goes, wow, it's much calmer at your house. I said, yes,
she
it
had
is.
3 dogs.
And
She had 3.
because that energy is not dog energy. That is human energy that they have become accustomed to. And the reason that's not a good energy is because the higher that excitement level goes, the higher the energy goes, the greater the chance of a fight.
So when we walk in, check, see what's in the refrigerator, check the mail.
Yeah, don't look at them. Just come in.
Completely ignore them. Just ignore them when you walk in. And they'll be like this for a second, but then they calm down so much faster. And then call them over once they're calm, and you can give them all the love you want.
So that's the other thing is, if they're loose in the house and you come in the door, obviously they're both going to come towards you. Well, again, depending on how you handle it, you can either elicit a fight or you can elicit like you have to walk in like you really are the Queen of England. And I'm walking in, I put my purse down, plug in my phone. I wait until the energy is now balanced. Then I'm going to call him over and I will say hello to him. If Frankie comes in, I will block. I will just keep turning my butt around so that he'll understand it right away. You don't have to say, in fact, saying something to him would make it worse because now you're encouraging him to come back over. But just like when I blocked out when I was petting Frankie, same thing. I will address one at a time, and then that way they don't feel like they have to get in and correct the other one because you're doing the job that you should be doing, right? As the pack leader, you guys all 4 of you are head honchos. But if you guys are not acting as head honcho, instead you're just a littermate, now you're creating a bigger opportunity for them to have strife between each other because he is watching every single thing that you do with him. And if Frankie comes over and nose nudges you and he sees you go to pet him, he goes, I guess now he outranks me because now you've just basically succumbed to him. So now he's got to put him back in his place.
And
Does that make sense?
And that's where the dominance confusion, he's confused. Well, wait, I thought I was the guy. I'm not the guy?
So think of it like you have at work your managers, your assistant managers, right? The owner, on and on and on. If all of a sudden you went to work and all the roles shifted, you would think you were in the twilight zone, right? That's how they feel. Because in their world, everybody acts according to rank. 100% of the time, 24/7. It's not something they have to think about. It's pure instinct. But we as humans don't think that way. Now, here's what's interesting though. You do with children, right? I mean, you never stop acting like the mom, right? So I always want to go, so what is it about dogs and pets that where we just drop all those,
They're so cute.
all those boundaries, you know, and all that structure?
He's
Because-
my baby.
But even with, okay, but didn't you still have rules and boundaries with your daughter?
Always.
So what's
Always.
the difference? Wasn't she your baby?
Yes,
You see?
I wanted my,
What the heck? Is he more dominant than me? What's going on? I put him in his place.
grow up to be a decent human.
And
being.
you want him to grow up to be a healthy, well-balanced dog, right? But unfortunately, what's happening is he's getting mixed messages. You don't mean to be sending them, but he's getting them nonetheless, okay?
So at night,
Mhm.
now we might be up here watching a show or something. He'll put himself to bed. He'll go downstairs and just jump up on my bed and go to sleep.
Shut your door. We talked about this the last time,
Okay,
and now I have it on tape. So you shut your door.
okay.
He is not allowed to assert himself into anything.
Okay.
Because again, by you doing that, you're giving him a lot of power, right? Would anybody be allowed to just barge into your office anytime they wanted to?
No.
You have to look at him the same way. Forget that he's cute.
We're,
Right?
we're the grown-ups, they're the kids, and it has to be that way. And
I remember even at with my mom and dad, guys, if their door was shut, I didn't barge in. If their door was shut, you knocked. And if you weren't invited in, you took him. I'm just saying, you know, and the same with my dad's office. If my dad's office door was shut, you knocked. If the principal's door is shut, you knock. I mean, there are these rules that are set in place for a reason. It's hierarchy and respect. And with dogs, they just see it differently. Okay, so you called
I
him
did.
up. Okay.
Called him up because he was sitting there looking at me, and I'm like, okay, come on.
Mm-hmm.
And so he jumped up, and then I put him. Whenever we were done, I put him down.
Mm-hmm.
He waited a little bit, and then he came and looked at me again. I didn't want him on my lap, but I just was at the couch just petting him like this, and then that's when he got up and did that.
And postured, you said first.
Yeah.
Okay. So he went to let him know,
Mm-hmm.
and at the posture point, because I know how this works, what did you do? You saw him start to posture.
Mm-hmm. And I don't know that I did anything because I was still petting Frankie when he came over. And by the time, I mean, it all just happened so quick, I don't really know. I didn't do anything. I mean, I was just
So you didn't see the posturing,
I
like,
did see it,
and was,
but I didn't think,
so you didn't say,
no,
you don't remember saying
no.
4?
I do remember probably I said 4.
Okay.
Stop.
Okay. The reason why that's important is, and he knows this from dealing with me 1,000 times in not only our own pack, but clients' dogs, is the first guttural instinct we have is to go 4,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Now imagine how dark your energy goes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Versus this way, let's go. Immediately disperse that energy.
now, did you see what he just did right there when she just said
You
that?
see the tail wag, right?